Greetings everyone, this is Manisha. I welcome you all in my 9th video of Introduction to Programming Language C. Today's topic is logical operators. Logical operators are binary operators and will need two operands to operate on. Right? The associativity of logical operator is left to right. There are two logical operators, and or. The symbol of and is two ampersand sign or two and signs, right? And it is used like operand 1 and operand 2. Okay? Or two pipelines. The symbol of or is two pipelines, operand 1 or operand 2, right? This is how it is used. Now the logical operators are basically used with if-else statement or wherever you need to check some condition. Now if you have more than two conditions, right? If you have more than two conditions, then operand 1 we can have expression 1 written, means first condition we can write, and operand 2. Operand 2 can be expression 2 or second condition you may say. Now if you have two conditions, these two conditions will have relationship between, right? Either both the conditions should be true or one of the conditions should be true. Okay? Now this relationship is set with the help of logical operators, right? For example, operand 1 and operand 2, right? If both the operands are non-zero, right? If both the operands are non-zero, then only it will give you non-zero value. Okay? If either of the operators have a zero expression, right? If either of the operands have zero value or zero expression, then the answer will be 0, right? Suppose your operand 2 is 0, then it will return you 0 value, right? If both the operands are 0, suppose both the operands are 0, then also it will return you 0 value, right? If any one operand is 0, it will return you 0 value. Okay, operand 1 or operand 2, any one of this is 0, it will return you 0 value, right? Same ways, if you talk about OR operator, OR operator will return non-zero value even if your one of the operand have non-zero value. Okay, like here one operand is 0, other operand is non-zero, it will give you non-zero value, right? If both the operands are non-zero, it will return you non-zero value. Let's have a look at this if-else statement, right? If you remember, I have explained you that if segment will be executed if the expression here gives you non-zero value, right? If it is a zero value expression, then else segment will be executed, right? Now if you have two expressions to be checked, right? If you have two expressions to be checked, one of these operators will be applicable between those two expressions, right? Now here I have written expression 1 and expression 2, statement set 1, else statement set 2. Now if both the expressions are non-zero, right? If both the expressions are non-zero, in that case only statement set 1 will be executed, right? If both the expressions are non-zero, then statement set 1 will be executed. Okay, right? Suppose this expression is a non-zero expression and this expression is also non-zero expression, right? That then the output of this operator, the AND operator, will be non-zero, and in case of non-zero value, if segment will be executed, that is statement set 1, right? And in case either of the expression is 0, right? In that case statement set 2 will be executed, as your AND operator will return 0 value in that case, right? Now suppose if we put OR operator in between, in this case, if you have even one expression as non-zero, then also OR operator will return you non-zero value and if segment will be executed. Otherwise, else segment will be executed, right? In other words, else segment will only execute in this case if both the expressions are zero. If both the expressions are zero, then statement set 2 will be executed, that is else segment, right? Otherwise, if you have even one non-zero value between these expressions, right, in that case statement set 1 will be executed. I hope you have understood this concept. Let's see how can we use it in our program that will give you more clarity of these operators. Let's have a look at this program, right? This program is finding greatest number out of 3 numbers, right? Now here what I have done is I have taken 3 integers, I have scanned 3 integers, right? The explanation of scanf and printf statement I have given in my previous videos. You can go in the description section of this video and you will find the links of the previous videos, right? Now here I have scanned 3 numbers, right? Now the integers are a, b and c. So as per the scanf statement, first number is in a, second number is in b and third number is in c. Okay. Now here if statement. Okay. Now first number, here I have taken first number a and checking this first number with other 2 numbers, right? Now the expression here is a is greater than b and a is greater than c, right? If these both statements are true, right, then if segment will be executed, right? And in else segment there is a printf statement which says first number is greatest, else will be discarded and program will exit. Okay, once again we have 3 numbers a, b and c. First number is in integer a, second number is in integer b and third number is in integer c. Here first number have been checked with both the other numbers. A is greater than b, a is greater than c, right? If these both statements are true, in that case first number is greater than both the numbers. That means first number is greatest and program ends here, right? Any of the statement gives false statement, that means a is not the greatest number. Okay, in that case the control will be shifted to else statement. Now a is not the greatest number, that means a is out of the race, left a there only. Then if you have 2 numbers now, b and c. Now we are checking whether b is greater than c or not, right? Now, here if b is greater, then that means b is the greatest number. In this if else statement, if segment will be executed, second number is greatest and else part will be discarded, program exits here. If this statement is also false, right, if this statement is also false, in that case control will be given to else, right? And in else we have written third number is greatest and program exits there. The output of this program will be enter 3 numbers. Supposing first instance we have entered 50, 30 and 40. That means 50 is given to A, right? 30 is given to B and 40 is given to C. Okay. Now in this case here we are checking 50 is greater than 30, right? That means 50 is greater than 30, this is true. 50 is greater than 40, this is also true. In this case, this segment will be executed. First number is greatest and program exits. Okay. Now check the other number. Check the next case. Supposing in the next case, the numbers given were 20, 30 and 10. Right? Now here what we are checking, 20 is greater than 30. This condition comes false. So your control will be shifted to else statement. Now B and C. B is holding 30 and C is holding 10. 30 is greater than 10. This comes true. That means second number is greatest and program exits there. Now check the third scenario. Right? Suppose numbers given are 20, 30 and 40. 50. Right? 20, 30 and 50. Okay? That means A is holding 20, B is holding 30 and C is holding 50. Now here what we are checking, 50 is greater than 30. Condition becomes false. The control will be shifted to else. Here in else we are checking 30 is greater than 50. Again this condition comes false. The control will be shifted to else segment. Here in the else segment we have only one statement, print third number is greatest and program exits there. Okay. So in this case your answer will be third number is greatest. Right? I hope you have understood this concept. In my next video we are going to do more program of such kind which will give you more clarity of these operators and previous operators also. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, please send me your questions in the comment section of this video. Please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much for watching this video.